What is going on, everybody? Season 2 finale. We got the playoffs here leading all the way up to the national championship. So we're going to kick off here with our conference championship games. And we're starting with number 14th ranked undefeated FIU facing off against the Western Kentucky. I have no idea what they're... Oh, the Hilltoppers. Yes, the Hilltoppers. Now, FIU and the Hilltoppers have played already this season. So this is for the conference championship. FIU gets off to a good start, up 7-0. We know Edward Wick there's at quarterback. We know Dupree's had a good year. Who's this receiver? Wilson, number 20. He has a lot of touchdowns, and Dawson, the wide receiver, the X there. A lot of deep go balls. But there is Edward Wick taking a sack. He's had his struggles throughout the year, benched a couple times, and he's looking to bounce back. Still up 7-0 though, and yeah, really an undefeated season for Coach Austin D here would go a long way. But a ill-advised pass is picked off by Western Kentucky. Number 20 looking to return it. He's going to get tackled out of bounds, but still a hell of a play from that'd be the free safety there, I believe, coming over to make a play on the ball. But FIU's going to make a defensive stand. Now we're coming out of halftime here. There we go. Edward Wick learned his lesson. That's an outside throw as opposed to just leading it into the safety. FIU's going to score there 21-0. Western Kentucky bouncing it outside. It's a really good run there, but Western Kentucky's going to need some more points if they want a real chance of winning this game. And it's almost out of hand if there's no points on this drive. I feel pretty confident in saying that. FIU's done a good job all year. It's why they're undefeated. Oh, wow. What? Number 49 gets loose deep on the world's longest RPO play. That was incredible. So there's the points Western Kentucky needed now. They make a defensive stand here. It's a real game, but FIU can still put them away with a good drive here going into the fourth quarter. So Edward Wick in the pocket. Nice ball over the field. Safety couldn't make a play. Wilson breaks the tackle down right before midfield. You saw Edward Wick's stats there. 1 touchdown to 3 interceptions. That's why the game is still pretty close because FIU's got a good roster. We know that. We were just talking about their talent on the opening drive. Edward Wick's going to take another sack. Not a really good game, but it doesn't matter. Team's able to put it away. They're conference champions. Congratulations to Coach Austin D. Now here's a real one. Wyatt Teller in South Carolina versus number 4 ranked Georgia. So we're kicking off here in the third. Georgia's up 17-3. Wyatt Teller didn't want to share a lot of first half clips, it appears. Things have not gone very well for the number 1 ranked South Carolina. And Lenore Sellers, though, we know he could score at any moment. And Augustabe. Woo! What a juke. Gets his team across midfield into Georgia territory. Going to have to capitalize if South Carolina wants a chance to win this game because Georgia looks like they'd be good at possessing the ball. Now, they did get a field goal, and we're currently on defense here for South Carolina. 3rd and 7, big play in the game. Need a turnover or stop here. Let's see what Coach Wyatt Teller dials up defensively. Womack up the middle. Nowhere to go. Out of field goal range. That's a great sack. Huge sack for South Carolina. Nowhere to go for the Georgia Bulldogs, and going into the fourth quarter, it will be 17-6. South Carolina will have a chance. Ruben Womack is the tackle who makes the play. No more clips. Georgia is conference champions. Wyatt Teller loses an undefeated season. Now, moving into bowl week, we're going to begin with Delaware versus 20th ranked Houston. Independence Bowl. I like that. Shout out the editor on top. I like what they're doing with the name. Now, Hart dropping back. Ooh, jeez. Was that 4th down? Oh, Coach Keese went for it on 4th at midfield, and his quarterback dropped back 40 yards. Anyways, Houston drive. After that, it's 3rd and 5. We are still very early in the game. And, yeah, let's see what we have. It's a play action. Oh, he finds number 3. Delaware's secondary is just slow. There's no other way to describe it. Man coverage is always risky when the team is this slow. Number 3's talking his ish, man. Look at that. He's strutting so sassily. No wonder he's so sassy. Their mascot's a cat. Look at that. All right. Anyways, Brady Hart looking to respond. Looking to audible into a play action deep shot. Matt McKinley. That's the main read on this play. Let's see. Play action. Immediately sacked. Alrighty. Well, not a good call. 4th and 11. We should punt this here. Coach Keese making a decision, and he will decide to punt it. Now we're seeing the punt. I wonder if something happens here. It's not a very good punt. Oh, wow. In stride, Coach. Oh, jeez. Oh, my God. Someone get him down. Is that Tavon Austin? My God. All right, we hold Houston to a field goal, and it's intercepted. Andrew Olish, a standout tight end, makes a critical mistake. Number 0 is coming at me in a weird way right now. Yeah. All right. Anyways, end of the first quarter. Brady Hart is ice cold. He throws another interception. Coach Keys did say before the game, seniors will get most of the second half, and there is a senior quarterback on this team, Blake Brown. He looks like he's going to have quite the deficit to overcome in the second half here. Jakari Kelly, nice juke, nice touchdown, big play for the Delaware Blue Hens, giving Blake Brown something to work with out of halftime. Now, it doesn't mean all starters are pulled. It just means if there's a senior at the position, they're coming into play, or all seniors will be on the field. So that goes for O-line, D-line, quarterback, DB. If you're a senior, you're out there for this second half. It's your last game. It's your last game as a Delaware Blue Hen, and a lot has been accomplished here in this 9-3 season, but we still want to go out with a bold victory. Oh my goodness. The halfback for Houston just jumped over, I think, 2 or 3 people. He was still short, but anyways, this is the next drive here. Delaware, 4th and 3. Blake Brown's in the game. It's 20-7. So we're looking for the right play call. He might run out of time. Coach Keys can't figure out what he wants to call. Blake Brown is behind center here. Shotgun though. It's 4th and 3. We need a big play. Easy pass right across to, is that Donovan Lewis? I believe so. Now, in terms of seniors, Emmett Johnson's still getting in there, but as you saw at the beginning, Saeed St. Flair is in there as the senior running back. Emmett Johnson, though, takes a screen, checks into the game, and for good reason. He's going to the NFL. He was in Heisman consideration all year, and look at him stunting. He's stunting. Head top. No one touched you because your O-line was blocking very well. Anyways, 20-14. Blue Hens get the ball back. Blake Brown leading some impressive offense here. It is 1st and goal from the 9. Blake Brown looking to take the snap. Play action. He's scrambling. Who do we got? He lets it fly, and it's number 0 is getting the most lucky interceptions I have seen in quite some time. At least he's not running at me like he was last time. I didn't enjoy that. Anyways, though, this is the ensuing drive, 3rd and 16. The Blue Hens are definitely sending a blitz with senior KT Say coming on the outside. Uh-oh, don't scramble that way. Where are you going? He wanted so bad to be Dan Orlovsky. Matthews will get home for the safety. Ball back for the Delaware Blue Hens. As you see Blake Brown's stat line in the top right there. 4th and inches with about 4 minutes left in the game. Down by 4 points for the calling. A potential deep shot, but it looks like we are going to aim for middle of the field here. We're throwing it deep. Is that Matt McKinley? Oh, it's intercepted. It was not Matt McKinley. It's probably a senior wide receiver. Anyways, though, it's picked off, and that is not good for the Blue Hens comeback. Not good at all. 4 minutes left. Houston gets the ball back. Blake Brown he's disappointed with himself. But a minute later in the game, Delaware has the ball in the red zone. Handoff to Saeed St. Flair. Powers his senior way into the end zone. He's had a couple good moments here for the Blue Hens over the year, but never really got to be a starter. That was the go-ahead touchdown in the game too, and that was the last clip. Houston will be defeated. A ranked team falls to the Blue Hens here in the Independence Bowl, 26-20. It's a very nice story. The seniors checking into the game and really winning it. The second half, they brought the Blue Hens back. Whew. We are moving into the playoffs now. Bowl games are done. Conference games are done. The Cotton Bowl, number 4 versus number 5. White Tellers, 12-2, South Carolina Gamecocks. Or 12-1. I apologize. It's Ohio State's 12-2. Lenore Snellers will take the snap. Handoff to, is that Gustave? It's not. It's Stewart. Stewart may be more the power back. He's going to check into the game. I thought he was going to levitate there. Big touchdown for the Gamecocks as it was 17-6. This is right before halftime. It's Jarek Stewart. Anyone's game here. Still. But we're going to need... Okay, so this is right before half. Lenore Snellers gets the ball back. We have a deep shot on the outside. We check it down. Are we going to get out of bounds and kick a field goal? Going to call a timeout? We're going to call a timeout. Going to call a timeout. Make it a 7-point game. Pending the field goal. Now, they have a returner back. It's 48 yards. Beautifully placed kick. Does it have the leg? And the field goal is good. Sorry if the audio gets a little choppy there for a second. The last 17 minutes of this video got completely audio glitched, so we're part 2 it. Nick Harbor, insane touchdown. Nick Harbor's trying to defend his Heisman, and he's got tough competition this year. But absolutely insane touchdown. 3 defenders just fell down at his ankles. The Gamecocks gamecocking around. It's crazy. Crazy in South Carolina. Wyatt Teller's got these guys going. But yeah, unfortunately, the second half of this video's first audio commentary take just completely turned robot mode. So I'm redoing the last 17 minutes here. I already know what happens. Unfortunately for Wyatt Teller in South Carolina, Ohio State's going to take a knee here and advance in the playoffs, and Wyatt Teller's going to have to go home. Unfortunate, but still a very successful season. Undefeated until your last 2 games. Lost the conference, lost the playoff game. So, what are you going to do? Lenore Sellers going to the league. Nick Harbor going to the league. Wyatt Teller has some decisions to make this offseason. He absolutely does. Ohio State wins the Cotton Bowl. And our only user team left is Washington, and we get to take a look at them playing Miami. 15-1 versus 12-2. Yeah, it's good to see some clips. 12-1 versus 12-1 is the record. It's good to see some clips here from Washington, one of our user teams, willing to send it in for the playoffs here. And the tight end's wide open. Linebacker in coverage on a tight end wheel route. Not even close. And that brings the score to, well, we jump ahead to after halftime here. It's 14-13. And if we're seeing special teams, I can assure you there's probably a reason for it. So let's take a look. We got a fumble here. Absolutely not. Number 7 does this. Look at that. How do you break that tackle? I'd be irate if this was if this happened to me. Coverage wasn't even bad. We had 4 people about to tackle him. Anyways, though, 21-14. Washington needs to respond. It's a playoff game. It's win or go home here. So Dampier, the backfield, taking the snap. Little angle route from the tight end. Very popular here in Washington's offense. That is a touchdown. Tie game here near the end of the 3rd. And we're looking for a big play on 2nd and 3, looking to take a shot. Dampier, he's so fast. He's so fast. And with the juke, too. I thought he was going to score on this play, but the DB comes over and makes its game-saving tackle. But later in that drive, it's 4th and 1. I'm not going to say game's on the line, but this is one of the more important plays taking place here. And we got a little mesh route. Let's see what we got. Tight end over the middle, wide receiver over the middle, and that is a touchdown. Washington will take the lead. Nice little pass there from Dampier, I'm not sure exactly what I said so far because the audio got cut in half, but Dampier was definitely in Heisman consideration throughout the season. So it's no surprise to see him playing very well here. And like I said, they love that route. That's a big, that's a big play to try and put the game away there. Big first down. Approaching the 2-minute warning. 13 yards to go for the next one, though. What is Dampier? I would run. Yeah, look at that. The right guard just pancake blocked his man, and Dampier's taken off. He's extremely fast, smart enough to slide. He's 5 for 95 on the ground. They're gonna need this one out. Washington will advance. The only user team remaining, trying to win the first user national championship in this series in season 2. Let's see if they can do it. They take home the Orange Bowl. So next they would have Ohio State then, who just beat South Carolina, I believe. So next up will be Washington versus Ohio State in the Rose Bowl. Number 8 versus number 5 in the seeding. And we hop right into the 4th quarter. 25 seconds left. 29 for Ohio State, 28 for Washington, but 3 timeouts. Heisman caliber quarterback. This one is not over. Let's see if they can defend their run, and they hit the tight end for like 60 yards. Not even going out of bounds. We're juking. We got the 3 timeouts. Might as well try and gain some yards. Nice play from the tight end there. The Huskies going crazy. And let's see. We're going to try and get some yards here. This is a risky play because look at Ohio State. They almost try to keep him up there. 2 seconds left, though. Safe enough to call a timeout. We have a handstand. And this field goal is to go to the national championship. So the stakes are not small here. What do we got? We got a slow-mo kick. Washington will advance to the national championship. The first user team to ever make it in this series. Alright, apologies for any audio cut up again. We had another issue. Unfortunately, production's tough here, but here we are in the national championship, the first ever user team. Washington looking to take home the first ever user national title. Dampier was a Heisman candidate. This is a magic season, but I'm not sure if we caught it in the last audio clip. Duke also has a Heisman caliber quarterback on the other side, so this should be a great game. First score goes to Washington. Nice little juke into the end zone for number 12. Alrighty, now 14-14. We're after halftime. We're in the middle of the third. It's first down. We're going to run up the middle. Nice little play. Nice little play there for Washington. This is a high-stakes game. High-stakes game. And it's going to be worth it, so stay tuned. This turns into a great national championship. It already is. We have a tie game here in the middle of the third. Look at Dampierre running around the backfield. What a play. This guy is so quick. This guy is so fast. Wait till we look at his rushing stats later. There's a little sneak peek. Anyways, Duke will end up taking the lead here. We're in the next quarter. It's 21-14. Duke's up. Washington checks down to the tight end. And it's a big play here. We're within 3 minutes of the fourth quarter in the national championship. Everything here, this cannot be understated. This is 4th and 6. Almost for the game. Tight end's open over the middle. Misses him. And what's crazy is the receiver behind him, he probably could have caught that ball. But it was not intended for him. Now, here we are. Later in the fourth, within the 2 minute, 3rd and 11 is a huge play. I believe Washington has a blitz dialed up, which I agree is the right move here. You got to get to that quarterback. Man coverage better hold up. Quarterback's looking to scramble. Force him to slide. Great play. Washington will get the ball back. Husky is very excited about that. And here we are. Number 41 for Duke is going to kick back to Washington, who will have pretty much a 2 minute drill. They got one timeout, though. One timeout for Washington. And looking to tie up the national championship game. Let's see. So 1st and 10. This is the first play on the next drive there. Little play action. Immediately sack. Dampierre is injured. Dampierre's slow to get up on the 2 minute drill. We're going to have the backup check into the game. We're under a minute at midfield. Beerley, it looks like, is his name. He checks into the game. He had no idea he'd be playing. Backup quarterback for a national championship game. Within a minute, has to come in cold off the bench. He has to come in cold off the bench, and he's fast. He's so fast. He's going to pick up a first down and more. Great play from Beerley, the backup quarterback, Dash Beerley. If there's ever a backup quarterback name that can come in and win a national championship within a minute, Dash Beerley may be that name. Now, we have 38 seconds. 38 seconds here. Dash Beerley is hot routing his tight end. He's commanding the line of scrimmage. He throws a dot and touchdown. Washington ties the national championship with their backup quarterback checking in under a minute left. What an absolute great play. Nice throw there from Dash Beerley. Now, we are here in overtime. We are getting word Dampierre has a dislocated thumb on his throwing hand and will not return. So that leaves backup quarterback Dash Beerley here to command overtime in the national championship game. Now, he's going to take the snap here in overtime. He's going to find his tight end. He's going to miss his tight end. He's going to miss his tight end in overtime. Let's see if he can respond well. Fight for... It's going to be 4th and 2 here for Dash Beerley. And we're going... Washington's going for it here. National championship game. We're not kicking that field goal. So Dash Beerley has an RPO here. He has 3 decisions he can make. Let's see what he goes with. He throws it to the outside, and he's going to barely pick up that first. That looked like the right play, though. If out of all 3, it's the right side of the field there. You had a blocker. Fight for extra yards. Let's see Washington get into the end zone and make going for it on 4th down worth it. Absolutely. Washington's celebrating hard. And Duke's going to get the ball here with a chance to respond, but a quick tackle on the flat. Scores 28-21, 2nd and 14. Looks like Washington's thinking about dialing up a blitz. There's 5 receivers. Let's see what they do. Are they blitzing? It's going to be man. It looks like... Oh, I can't tell. It's zone. We got zone coverage here. But Duke beats the DB on the outside. And I'm telling you, Duke, Heisman caliber quarterback. They're going to tie up that game. Alonzo Barnett the third, I believe. Going to take the snap here. And he will get sacked. 3rd and 8 goes to 4th and 14 with, are they still in field goal range here for Duke? Looks like they are. They're going to kick it. So they're going to take 3 points. I mean, 4th and 14, you can't go for that. You just got to get points here and play some defense. You just got to not allow a touchdown. All right. 1st and goal. We got the Wildcat. Little counter. It's going to be tackled. Now, backup quarterback Dash Beerley checks into the national championship with under a minute left. We're here in overtime. He got his team here. He could win the national championship here. Quick throw to the flat. Touchdown. Washington becomes the first user team to win the national championship here in our 2nd season. Congratulations. And well done. All right, now we're here checking out basically a little recap of the playoffs and the whole season as a whole here. These are the conference championships. We saw FIU beat Western Kentucky. The other user game was South Carolina there. And what's funny is Washington won the national title. They didn't even compete in their conference championship. It was a very good conference there. So, yeah, I'm very interested to look at the player awards and discuss that. We're gonna go through the bowl week. Honestly, I probably should have rushed this up a little more, but because most of these games we recapped, but we had Julian there versus Auburn, taking home a victory. Good end of the season for Julian. I know things got a little dicey. Lost a few, but going out on a bowl win over a good opponent is nothing to feel bad about there. Good job, Julian. We covered these 2 games here in bowl week 2. Moving on to the next round. This is where South Carolina was eliminated prior, and now just Washington remained. The national championship. Absolutely, Washington, great game. Way to be. Way to be. Here's a look at the bracket, see how we got here. Also, we do have witnesses. Washington said play 2 times. They didn't even get a snap off that first time. We have multiple witnesses. Coach Doe for Wyoming is a witness for this. So it was a very legitimate championship, and what a absolute game. Now, Alonzo Barnett will win the Heisman. I know we talked about Dampier as a potential player. He wasn't even in the top 5, which, take a look at his stats, is very surprising. But, I mean, Barnett, the third, great player. He'll go to the league. I believe he's a senior redshirt there. So he's going to the NFL this year. 91 overall for sure. Just he's not going with the national title. So, yeah, look at his stats. 4,300 passing yards. 40 touchdowns to 3 interceptions, and he did run for almost 716 extra touchdowns. So I mean, yeah, those stats are deserving of Heisman there. So we're gonna get into the other awards, and then we're gonna get into All-Americans, and then we're gonna wrap up the video. So if you're interested in the awards here, yeah, Player of the Year, Dampier's at 6. Emmett Johnson we discussed for Delaware at 7. I'm surprised no Dylan Stewart. We'll get into him later. Yeah, pretty much the same list here for the Walter Camp Award. Head coach of the year goes to Austin D of Coach FIU. Yeah, he led an undefeated season for FIU, so very impressive. We'll see what he does this offseason. Quarterback of the year, they're going to give it to Barnett. Down there you have Dampier and no other users. So best defensive player, Dylan Stewart's stats are absolutely insane. Gavin Mule for Delaware was at 4 though. And yeah, it's a defensive player of the year. Do we show Dylan Stewart's stats? This is pretty much the same list. Sean Murphy makes it for South Carolina there. Best defensive back, the only user is Jacob Finley for South Carolina. Samari Stevenson for UNC takes home the award. O.J. Frederick Jr. is a great name. Emmett Johnson's going to win running back of the year, and he's probably going to go in the NFL. I know he's a senior. 90 overall should get him drafted. Darian Dupree we talked about quite a bit this year. He did well for FIU. And then Sama the third for Washington finds his way onto the list. Nick Harbor only finishes 5th for wide receivers of the year, and he's the only wide receiver to be on this list. He won the Heisman last year, went to defend it this year. Had a great season, but not quite Heisman. Anyways, though, Dylan Stewart, let's take a look. 41 tackles for loss, 31 sacks. Some are wondering how he did not even make the Heisman voting list. Over here for Delaware DT make the list. Another South Carolina player. Senior quarterback of the year, only user is Dampier at 5, and of course Barnett's going to win that. It's the Heisman, he's a senior. What are you going to do? Edge rusher of the year, of course, goes to Dylan Stewart. No one was close. Caleb Herring for Tennessee, and Julian makes a nice little appearance there. Interior lineman, we got a few. Jalen Slappy's a great name, but Parker Brailsford at 4 for South Carolina. Tight end of the year, Andrew Olish for Delaware. This guy's This guy's slowly forming into a Harold Fannin type player. Keep an eye out on Andrew Olish there. And of course, the FIU coaching staff's going to get its flowers. They had a great year. Gavin Mule is the second best linebacker after Rasheem Biles for Pittsburgh. And Sean Murphy makes it for South Carolina on the list. And William Satterwhite for Tennessee. And then we get into the kickers and the punters, where I don't think there's any users except, Rutgers on autopilot for 2 seasons, punter 111th. So congrats to Rutgers. Mario Craver for South Carolina had we called a lot of his returns. He got in the end zone a few times. Then freshman player of the year, Adrian Wilson will come in at number 5. He did very well. I believe he was their slot player over there in FIU for Coach Austin D. And lastly, we'll take a look. We got 5 minutes left here. Take a look at the All-Americans. Barnett's going to get it for quarterback. Emmett Johnson for Delaware. Andrew Olish for Delaware. So 2 first-team All-Americans for Delaware. That's a crazy sentence. Dylan Stewart, of course, on the edge. 3 first-team All-Americans for Delaware. Gavin Mule. And South Carolina has another linebacker make it. So South Carolina and Delaware running the first-team All-Americans. So going to second team, there's Dupree for FIU. Nick Harbor, of course, for South Carolina. Tackle for South Carolina, and the defensive tackle for Delaware makes it. And South Carolina gets cornerback. South Carolina, great year, but of course a little disappointed with their outcome with the quality of the roster. We got FIU, Caleb Coffey for Tennessee, South Carolina again. This is all freshmen. Smart Blades for Delaware. A lot of good players here, and user teams had a bunch of nice seasons for sure. We're gonna take a look at the stats of each team. This will be pretty quick here. We're going to start off with Delaware. This is Brady Hart, freshman redshirt season. Sky's up from here. He threw 44 touchdowns. Just dial back the interceptions. He'll be very good. Emmett Johnson, NFL caliber running back of the year. I know those stats, rushing-wise, may not be impressive, but we'll see in a second. His receiving, he has an extra 811 touchdowns there. So, and Andrew Olish, obviously, is going to lead the way. Almost 1,315 touchdowns. Matt McKinley, we discussed. He had a good year. He broke out for Delaware. There's rumors he might want to transfer, though, so we'll see. O-line was all right. Let's get into defense. Gavin Mule, we saw his name in the awards quite a bit. Senior, we'll see if he gets a shot in the NFL. He's only 81 overall, but crazy good year. And our defensive tackle here in Delaware, same deal, only 81 overall, but great year. Not a very interception-happy team. More of a deflect-the-ball kind of defense here in Delaware. It's how we coach them, you know? We just didn't have many very good DBs. I mean, we worked with what we got. So I believe our next team will be Coach Doe for Wyoming. Coach Doe took a personal leave of absence for the second half of the season, but did say he'd return for next year. So a lot of this is simulated games. And we'll just run through the stats real quick. Defensively is what we're looking at. Players to look at for next season, players leaving. It's be a nice little preview for Wyoming here in Coach Doe. The O-line was pretty good. Right tackle has some questionable plays, it appears. Very spread out receiving game. I know Raleek Brown was a early fan favorite. He had a nice season. And the quarterback threw a lot of interceptions. And moving on to Washington, national championship team. So what I was talking about, Dampier, he threw for 3,700 yards, 43 touchdowns, an extra 1,700 rushing, and 11 rushing touchdowns. So I don't know. I feel like he should have been considered a little more. It's a really good season. And the running back had a really nice year. One receiver over 1,000, Denzel Boston. Nice season. 13 touchdowns is always good. And the rest of the options there. Yeah, so we're going to go... Left tackle was struggling a little bit. And defensively, I believe they were a good team. Yeah, Jacob Blaine had a nice year. Tackles for loss and sacks. And they turned the ball over a good bit. So good for Washington. Congrats again, the national championship. And who's next? Who do we got next? Tennessee, Julian. Let's see. You know, a Julian defensive line is going to be good. So, yeah, well spread out sacks. And look at the tackles for loss, though. Caleb Herring. Really nice freshman player there. Excited to see how he continues to develop. Receiving was pretty spread out. There's some good players here that probably could have better seasons. Concepcion and Brazil are real-life first-round picks. Rushing the ball, though, Ahmad Hardy was very well utilized here. 12 touchdowns, 1,500 rushing yards, and Jake Merklinger, 20-22 touchdown to interception ratio. Hopefully he continues to develop. There's something there. South Carolina, these stats we know to be very good. Lenore Sellers, 30-8, just under 3,000 passing yards, but he 8 rushing touchdowns, 600 rushing yards, and a Gustave, nice season. Nick Harbor, 19 touchdowns. He's gonna have a great NFL career. That's all I'll say about Nick Harbor. I'm assuming he'll declare. I'm not sure what his class is. He might be a senior. He might be a junior. We'll see. Anyways, Dylan Stewart. This might be the most impressive stat line of any player. This might have had my Heisman vote if they gave Coach Keast a Heisman vote, to be honest with you. But yeah, I mean, 31 sacks, 41 tackles for loss can't be understated. A lot of turnovers forced. Jacob Finley had 3 touchdowns. No wonder we kept seeing his name pop up in the awards. Rutgers was stimulated all year. Yeah. Kind of wish I ran through this. We're gonna start our wrap up now. We have 50 seconds left. If anyone's watching this far into it, thank you. We have the next season coming out shortly. Like this is going well. We had one video get like 270 views, couple likes. We're getting some shorts going for highlights of it to try and gain some more traction. So we have no plans of stopping this. We're thinking a video like every week and a half. I mean, fortunately we got school, we got jobs, but we really enjoy this, and hopefully people like watching it. I think it's entertaining. We got some good moments here. Shorts are doing okay. Yeah, next season will be out maybe about a week. Thank you all for watching. Coach Keast thanks you. And we will absolutely see you next season. Take care.